Hello, I'm Lance Dixon, and welcome to week 29 of the Sharing the Light broadcast. Last week, we spoke about turning setbacks into comebacks. We spoke a little bit about how setbacks can be devastating to a person based on what the situation may be, and how to go about not staying in that setback mindset, but moving forward out of the setback situation into a more rewarding comeback. This week, we're going to talk about something that's going to be necessary in those types of situations, and that's mindfulness and mental clarity. So, I'm going to start by asking a question. How many of you started today already behind before your feet even hit the floor? This is not unusual in the world that we live in. There are a lot of demands placed on us, and there tend to be not enough hours in the day to accomplish everything that is required of us. Your mind is your most critical asset, more than your skills, your credentials, or your experience. The quality of your thinking determines the quality of your life. Today is not about slowing down, it's about sharpening up. Mindfulness is not meditation on a mountain, it is a military grade mental discipline, and it is available to everyone who's looking for mental clarity. I co authored a book called Mental Martial Arts Using Educational Principles to Combat Life Challenges with Dr. James H. Hudson. Through my experience, one thing that I learned is that a clear mind is a trained mind. This is not something that happens overnight. You got to work towards it. Just as physical martial arts develop self discipline, self control, and mental focus, mental martial arts train those same qualities inward, equipping you to combat life challenges from the inside out. So, what are we actually talking about? Let's define mindfulness in plain language. It's directing your full attention to the present moment without judgment. Think of it as standing watch over your own mind, alert, present, and in command. Mental clarity is when your thinking is sharp, purposeful, and unobstructed. Think of your mind as a command center. Clarity is when every screen is operational and every signal is readable. The book Mental Martial Arts discusses the three functions of the mind: thinking, feeling, and wanting. Every piece of information you receive is processed through all three of these. You generate a thought, that thought produces a feeling, and that feeling drives a want or an impulse. Mental clarity means understanding which function is leading at any given moment and consciously choosing how to respond. Why does this matter? Let me give you a couple of things. Multitasking can reduce productive time by up to 40%. Multitasking is not going to be productive for you. Regular mindfulness practice measurably reduces anxiety, improves memory, and strengthens decision making. So, how do you train? How do you train the mind? Let me explain to you the four pillars. Pillar number one: intentional attention. Most people let their attention be hijacked. There are a lot of voices out there, and everybody is trying to get your attention. People's business plan is all about getting you to be distracted and capturing your attention. So, you don't want your attention to be hijacked. You have to reclaim the wheel. Wherever the attention goes, the energy flows. In the book, Mental Martial Arts, it talks about the power of the human mind. It began with understanding the mind's capabilities and limitations. You cannot train what you do not understand. Start by knowing your own mind, its tendencies, its triggers, its capacity. A single task. This is something you need to remember. A single task, one priority, one block of time. Give it your full focus. Here's an anchoring suggestion for every morning. Take 5 to 10 minutes of quiet time before the day sets your agenda for you. So in the morning, when you wake up, quiet your world for 5 to 10 minutes. Pillar number two: emotional regulation. Emotion is not the enemy. Unmanaged emotion is. You cannot think clearly when your feelings are driving. Another reference to mental martial arts talks about emotional intelligence. which is the ability to recognize emotions, label them accurately, and use that information to direct your thinking and behavior rather than being controlled by them. This is not suppression, it's strategy. Name it to tame it. Label an emotion reduces its intensity. Neuroscience back this up. Create a gap between what happens to you and how you respond. Even one little breath creates space for a better choice. We use a technique called IPR, which stands for identify, pause, and respond. You identify those emotions. You give yourself about 5 to 10 seconds of a pause to allow your mind to process the emotion, and then you make your response. Pillar number 3, cognitive housekeeping. A cluttered mind produces cluttered results. Your mind needs regular maintenance. You cannot expect your workspace to stay organized without effort. Your mind is no different. Critical thinking is not about being critical of others. It is about disciplining your own thoughts, processes, asking better questions, filtering noise from signal, and choosing which thoughts deserve your energy and which ones get released. The brain dump. Every night, transfer every open loop, every unfinished task, lingering worry, unresolved decisions from your head onto paper. This one habit alone can transform the quality of your sleep in your next morning. Pillar number 4, restorative practice. Clarity is not created under constant pressure. It's recovered in deliberate rest. Rest is not weakness, it is strategy. Military leaders know this, elite athletes know this, and now you know this. One of the most restorative things you can do is to ask better questions of yourself. Not why is this happening to me, but what does this challenge require of me? The right question reframes the situation and restores full momentum. Move your body. A 15-minute walk without your phone produces measurable improvements in focus and creative thinking. Sleep is not optional, it is a cognitive investment. 7 to 8 hours is non negotiable for peak mental performance. Now, for those of you like me, there's spiritual grounding. Basically, you draw from your faith. Mindfulness is not a departure from spiritual practice, it's a deepening of it. It's discipline designed to develop internal energy and focus in our tradition. That inner strength comes from a deeper source. Spiritual clarity is holding your thoughts and fears before God with open hands, not clenched fists. Clarity does not always come from straining harder. Sometimes it comes from surrendering deeper. So let's do a quick recap. Mental clarity does not arrive on its own, it's built, one intentional moment at a time. In the book Mental Martial Arts, we speak about belt progression. You do not earn a black belt by skipping white. You earn it by mastering fundamentals one level at a time. Same is true here. You do not achieve mental clarity by doing everything at once. You build it one practice, one day, one choice at a time. Here's a 5-day challenge for you. Practice this. Try this out. See how it works for you. Day 1, do 10 minutes of morning quiet. Breathe and set your intentions. Day 2, name 3 emotions, morning and evening. Write them down. Day 3, do a full brain dump before bed tonight. Day 4, take a 15-minute walk without your phone. Day 5, put all 4 of these together. Remember, clarity is a choice. Start where you are. Start today. Well, that's all I got for this week. As always, we have a document on mindfulness available for you to read, and it'll be attached to the links for this broadcast. We also have other helpful documents that's available to all of our listeners. Before I leave, I want to share with you something. In the month of August, and that's coming up in a couple of weeks, Sharing the Light broadcast is going to have some very exciting and new developments. So stay tuned. We'll be sending out correspondence and talk about it on the broadcast. Just want to give you a heads up that this is coming, so don't be surprised. Well, that's all I have for this week. This is Lance Dixon signing out.